In this video, we will see the derivation of output equation of a single phase transformer. The output equation is the equation which relates the rated kVA output of the transformer to the main dimensions. The rated kVA output is denoted by Q, so it relates Q to the main dimensions of the transformer, that is area of core, that is denoted by AI, and area of window, which is denoted by AW. So the output equation relates Q to the main dimensions, that is the area of core AI and area of window AW. And the output kVA depends on flux density and ampere turns. The flux density is related to the core area and the ampere turns is related to the window area. So we can say the output kVA depends on the core area and the window area, or the output equation relates rated kVA output to the core area and window area. So we'll see the terms associated with the derivation. So phi m, that is the main flux in Weber. Bm is the maximum flux density in Weber per meter square or Tesla. Delta is the current density in ampere per meter square. AGI is the gross core area in meter square, and AI is the net core area in meter square, that is excluding the insulation thickness. So the gross core area and the net core area will not be the same. So in order to account for the insulation thickness, we are including a stacking factor here. So let us consider, so if this is the core portion, so if the area of the core is, say here, if it is 10 centimeter over here and if it is 10 centimeter over here, then we can say the area of the core will be equal to 10 by 10, that will be equal to 100 centimeter square. But that is the gross core area. But the net core area will not be equal to 100 centimeter square, because in the transformer core there will be laminations, and in between laminations there will be insulation. So we have to account for the space loss between the laminations due to insulation. For that we are using the stacking factor. If the stacking factor is having a value, usually we will be assuming the value of stacking factor as 0.9. So here in this case, if we are taking the value of stacking factor as 0.9, then we will get 100 centimeter square into 0.9, which is equal to 90 centimeter square. So that will be the net core area or the net iron area, and in this case the gross iron area or the gross core area will be equal to 100 centimeter square. That is if we are taking the stacking factor as 0.9. So stacking factor is included to account for the space loss between the laminations, that is the insulation thickness is also accounted here. Now next is the window area, AW. So AW is the window area, that is in meter square. So as you all know, this is the single phase core type transformer, and this portion is the window. As it is denoted over here, this is the window, and this is the height of the window, and this is the width of the window. So the area of the window will be equal to height of the window into width of the window. So area of the window is AW, denoted by AW in meter square. Now next is capital D. Capital D is the distance between the centers of adjacent limbs of core. So D is the distance between, so this is D. This is the center of this side limb, and this is the center of the side limb over here. So D is the distance between the centers of adjacent limbs. So these are the adjacent limbs, and the centers, distance between the centers is capital D. Now next is small d. Small d is the diameter of the circumscribing circle. So if you are considering the transformer like this, so this is a transformer core. So if we section this transformer in this manner, then we'll get it like this. The transformer section will be like this, and the windings will be wound around this. So small d is the diameter of the circumscribing circle, that is the diameter of the innermost winding that surrounds the core. So this will be equal to small d. Now next is KW, that is the window space factor, that we'll see. Next is frequency, that is F, frequency in hertz. Next is ET. ET is the EMF per turn in volt. Next is TP and TS, that is the number of turns of primary and secondary winding. IPIS is the primary and secondary current. VP and VS is the primary and secondary voltage. AP and AS is the area of primary and secondary conductor. Now we can move on to the derivation. So as we all know, the EMF induced in a transformer winding is given by 4.44 F phi m into T, where T is the number of turns. So we know this EMF equation, we have studied this earlier. Now we can write the EMF per turn. So this is the total EMF induced. So EMF per turn, ET will be equal to 4.44 F into phi m. So that is the EMF per turn, that is divided by T. Total EMF divided by T gives the EMF per turn. Now we'll see what is window space factor. Window space factor, that is KW, it is defined as the ratio of copper area in the window to the total window area. So we can write window space factor KW as copper area in the window, that is AC, divided by total window area, that is AW. So copper area in the window can be written as AC is equal to, from here we can write it as AW into KW. So we have got that copper area as AW into KW. We have marked it as equation number 2, and EMF per turn was our equation number 1. Now there is another method also for finding the copper area. That is, if we know the number of turns of primary and secondary winding and the conductor cross sections, then we can find the copper area. So here, if you consider the window of a single phase transformer, as we can see over here, this is a core type transformer, and in a core type transformer, this is the core portion, this is the core portion, this is also the core, but we'll usually say it as the yoke. So this is the core and yoke of the transformer, and around the core the winding surrounds a considerable portion of the core, or the winding is wound around the core in the case of a core type transformer. And in single phase core type transformer, will provide high voltage winding, which is denoted by the color green, and the low voltage winding denoted by blue. So the high voltage and low voltage winding will be provided on both the core limbs in the case of a single phase core type transformer. And we will usually wind half of the low voltage winding and half of the high voltage winding over each limb, so that the flux linkage will be maximum. And usually the low voltage winding is wound near the core and the high voltage winding is wound above it in order to reduce the amount of insulating material required. So if we consider the window area here, we can see that in the window area there is 1/2 of the low voltage winding and 1/2 of the high voltage winding. Here also there is 1/2 of the low voltage winding, and this is 1/2 of the high voltage winding. So we can say that if we consider the window area, there is one primary winding and one secondary winding in the window area. So the window area consists of one primary winding and one secondary winding. So we can write the total copper area in the window as copper area of primary winding plus copper area of secondary winding. As a window contains one primary winding and one secondary winding, or one high voltage winding and one low voltage winding, we can write copper area in the window as copper area of primary winding plus copper area of secondary winding. And if we know the area of the primary winding conductor and the number of turns of the primary winding, we can write copper area of primary winding as area of primary winding conductor into primary turns. And we can write copper area of secondary winding as area of secondary winding conductor into secondary turns. So we can substitute the values over here. Now total copper area in the window means AC, that is equal to area of primary winding conductor is AP into number of turns of primary is TP plus area of secondary winding conductor is AS into number of secondary turns is TS. So we can write AC as AP TP plus AS TS, and we are assuming the current density to be same in both the primary and the secondary winding. That is delta is same in the primary and the secondary windings, and we know the conductor area is equal to current divided by current density. So current I divided by current density is current divided by area. So that gives the conductor area. So we can write conductor area as current by current density. So the primary conductor area AP will be equal to primary current IP divided by delta, and the secondary conductor area AS will be equal to the secondary current IS divided by delta. So in this expression we can substitute for AP and AS. So we can write AC as IP TP divided by delta plus IS TS by delta. And for an ideal transformer, we know that the primary ampere turns or primary MMF will be equal to the secondary MMF or the secondary ampere turns. So we can write it as N1 I1 is equal to N2 I2. Here in this case we have denoted it as, instead of N1 we have denoted as TP, and instead of I1 we have denoted as IP. So we can write TP IP, that is the primary ampere turns or the primary MMF, is equal to the secondary MMF or the secondary ampere turns, that is equal to ISTS. So it is equal, and that is equal to the ampere turns, which is 80. So instead of IP, so we can write this expression as, instead of IP TP we can write 80, and instead of ISTS we can write 80. So we have written AC as 80 by delta plus 80 by delta. That means AC is 280 by delta. So we have denoted this as equation number 3. So equation number 2 was an expression for AC. We got that as AW KW, and now we got the expression for AC as 280 divided by delta. So we can equate these two expressions. So from that we'll get AW KW is equal to 280 by delta. Both are the expressions for AC. So we can write it as AW KW is equal to 280 divided by delta. From this we'll get AT as AW KW delta divided by 2. So we have marked this as equation number 4. Now we can write the output equation, or the output kVA of a single phase transformer. Q is the output kVA or the rating of single phase transformer in kVA. That can be written as Vp IP into 10 raised to minus 3 or Vs Is into 10 raised to minus 3. So we are writing it as Vp IP into 10 raised to minus 3, and Vp IP is the volt ampere, and we want the kVA rating of the transformer. So we want the kilovolt ampere. So for that we are multiplying it by 10 raised to minus 3. So Q was Vp IP into 10 raised to minus 3, and Vp is approximately equal to EP. So we can write it as EP IP into 10 raised to minus 3. And EP can be written as EMF per turn into number of turns of the primary. So ET TP IP into 10 raised to minus 3. So instead of EP we have substituted ET TP. And instead of TP IP we can write TP IP, means that is the ampere turns. So we can write it as AT. So AT into 10 raised to minus 3. And now we can substitute the values for ET and AT. So ET is 4.44 FIM and AT is AW KW delta by 2. So we'll get Q like this. Now we can cancel this 2 and 4.44. So we'll get 2.22. So the expression for Q will be equal to 2.22 F5M AW KW delta into 10 raised to minus 3. But we know that flux is equal to flux density into net ion area or net core area. So we can write phi m is equal to Bm into Ai. So this expression can be rewritten as Q is equal to 2.22 F. Instead of phi m we are writing Bm into Ai. So Q is equal to 2.22 F Bm Ai AW KW delta into 10 raised to minus 3. So this is the output equation of a single phase transformer. So this relates the kVA output Q to the ion area or core area and the window area, which is Ai and AW.